This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the USC Trojans and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Trojans ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Keeps it himself. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. Five-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Mateer. Look out. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off-play action on first down. He's going for it all. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Third and long coming up. He's looking to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. as we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Fires to the tight end. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And that's just not the start they envisioned for this football game. First possession, you got a punt. Second possession now, 4th and short. I'm interested. Do they push the gas pedal and be aggressive because it has been a slow start and they haven't gotten things going? And do they try to force it here?
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Out wide right, it's Bowman. Got room at the 35. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Trojans want to move quickly. They're going to ride this running back. Got a little grass. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Just smothered on the play.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for the edge. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Great job by the back on the option.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making the adjustment on the play. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Second and long here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense, and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking to throw. Right side, it's Blaylock. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown Sooners. All into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they certainly finished it in style with a 71-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Barber. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Jordan. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Now on second down. They give it to him again. Crosses to 40. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind them. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. On play action. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's fourth down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
To the air, it's Mayava. They'll run the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Cuts it upfield. It's Jordan. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Out wide, it's Williams. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Right side, it's Blaylock. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Moves to his right. Back's got it on the screen. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Burrowing for yardage. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
Offense facing 4th down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll send the back in motion. The give on 4th. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Using his legs, it's Blaylock. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Batier. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the return, it's Mosley. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Long way to go on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Jordan. And he could not get loose on the run.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. He's got an open man. There he goes. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Right down the middle. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man! And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fresh center downs going to the air. He's got the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rush right in his face. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Between the uprights, it's good. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with Arizona taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's the Wildcats on top in a game most people didn't give them a chance in. This team remains steadfast all week, and their belief is paying off. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
On the play. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And the Trojans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Out wide left, it's Bowman. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quarterback keep. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Trojans are rolling down the field. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
And guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Second down to the air. Back's got it on the screen. They're showing that toughness using the ground game to create breathing room. They've got it out to the 15.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Left side is Blaylock. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Finds a crease. It's Jordan. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And, man, this is a big decision coming up, right? Like, this is still a tie football game. So if you get stopped on 4th down, man, you're setting the other team up with good field position, almost in field goal position right off the jump. This is a big 4th down play.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
He now has 72 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Turns into the pile. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for a fourth down once, like they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Tie ball game as we play in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. To the back. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the freshman tight end who's still down on the field. We hope that's not too serious. Holly will keep an eye on it. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got his man on the right. And he is stopped short. The defense gets it done on fourth down.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Great, here we go.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Buying a little time to his left. Turns up, it's Blaylock. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Nice play to knock that one down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He's running free down the middle. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Trojans.
It's the one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys. Late in games in the fourth quarter, tie ball game. Who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
And he made the extra point without problem. it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Wants to go up top on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. It's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking for a gap. It's Jordan. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. Catch in the middle. It's Danzy. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Gain of 24. That's a first down for the offense.
And the Trojans right after the huge play through the air back to the line. The give. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Out wide left, it's Mosley. Headed to the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And we'll see if this is an issue the rest of the way. They have no way to stop the clock. And he got it! And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Drops back on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Moving the pocket, it's Mayava. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. On the run, it's Jordan. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. Running the red zone, it's Jordan. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, well, now you're getting no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on fourth down and goal.
They are backed up, top field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To throw, it's Mateer. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Second and long here. They'll move the wide receiver. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Under pressure. Left side, it's Sategna. Off and running at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They get the W, and with that being win.